My expat associate, OG, starving movie star, and martial arts instructor. Watch how he lives in the Philippines on $1,500 per month. Today, I'm going to talk about expat monthly budget, Philippines. The real monthly cost of living in the Philippines. And I'm here with OG. OG moved to the Philippines. You had only been here for 10 days. I think it was 10 days. You had several condos lined up to look at. And we're going to talk about expat monthly budget. Just run some numbers. You found a condo that you liked. And took a little while for you to find one that you like. But we'll talk about that at the end of the video. So you're paying 20,000 pesos per month for a 2-bedroom. Is that right?
No, just 1 bedroom.
1 bedroom, 20,000 pesos. That's about 400 US dollars per month. Oh, gee, I just want to first thank you for doing this video with me because I know it takes time to do these videos and I really appreciate it. And I get excited talking to you. We're going to talk about the area where you're at in Manila. It's Kasi.
Well, it's actually Antipolo City. So you know more about the Philippines than me. Maybe it's close to Pasig. I just know it as Antipolo City.
We're going to talk about your electric bill. And the reason we're going to talk about your electric bill, because the electric rate in Manila, and I'm pretty sure it might be also your area, what are you paying per month for electric, approximately?
So yes, what I did when you had our numbers, I just rounded it up. So actually, my condo cost me 17,000 a month. That's the agreed upon contract. And then I just added in the electricity and the water and the internet, because I just looked at my budget. And then all that together, electricity, water, internet, and garbage, rounded it up to 20,000. So it was like 3,000. So that's why I said 20,000, because when I add it all together, it's 20 every month.
Now, is the property management company having you pay this one number like that, or are they coming in and check the meter and charging the individual itemized electric?
So what happens is the property management company, the contract is for the 17,000 pesos for the unit, and then they have a company that comes in and reads your water and your electricity. Wi-Fi is included, but you do a separate bill and you pay it to the property manager. So they're getting the money anyway, so that's why I just rounded it up.
Okay, well you got some good numbers there then. Are you getting Wi-Fi for that price too?
Yes.
You pretty happy with the Wi-Fi quality of it?
No, no, because I try to do some. I still have a lot of subscribers in the U.S. and a lot of YouTubers want to collab with me to hear my experience. So we were doing like a Zoom call or a StreamYard, and my internet kept freezing and kicking me off, and they're complaining like, "Hey, OG, your internet sucks." And then in America, I can upload a video in like 15, 20 minutes. Here, it takes all day. No, you upload it, and it's just 2%, 4%, and 6% all day long.
You'll just have to talk to your property management company, see if you can get in touch with your owner and just upgrade the Wi-Fi. If it's PLDT Wi-Fi, I wouldn't waste too much time with it. They're just a horrible company. But
It's PLDT. Yes, PLDT.
well, you might have to find another source of Wi-Fi then, like a coffee shop or a restaurant, something like that, where you can go where there's food. How much do you weigh, by the way? You look like you're 250 pounds.
I'm actually 260.
Food. How much you averaging per month? And most of that is eaten at home? Do you dine out once in a while? Tell me what your food situation is and how much you're spending on food, because we got all your rent and bills, your utilities, Wi-Fi at 20,000 per month, which is about 400. So let's talk about food.
Before we go there, I want to share something with you. So before I came to the Philippines, I was watching a lot of your videos, and no offense to anybody, I feel your videos are the most informative. Like, you got a whole series on how to find a good place to rent. what your food should be. Like you go break it down. A lot of these other YouTubers, the reason I'm bringing it up, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, they're sharing the fantasy of, oh, you too can live like a king off $100 a month in the Philippines. You can live $500 a month like a sultan, and you can live for 800. So I was looking for that holy grail. And I'm just sharing this with you because I'm very frugal. I'm Puerto Rican, just so you know. I'm Afro Latino. Like I'm just, my budget for food is 400 a month, and that's me eating in the house. Eating in the house is 400 a month, it's the same as my rent, 20,000 pesos. How do I know? Every time I go to the supermarket, it's 5,000 pesos. And I get in an argument with my girlfriend. I'm like, hey man, why is it always 5,000 pesos? And she goes, you eat too much. And I go, no, I'm not eating too much. I'm just eating like a lot of fish and vegetables and fruit and salad. And it seems like, no offense, it seems like the vegetables and the fruit are more expensive here, man. I'm not, maybe it's the area I'm in, but
The food is going up.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to eat out and you want to eat cheap in the Philippines, the Filipino eatery, and I don't know if you have a stomach for Filipino food, but your girlfriend probably loves adobo. But what's really cheap, and I know you might not eat this kind of stuff, Filipino bakeries. There's what's called Julie's Bake Shop. It's a franchise, and they have them everywhere. Really tasty baked goods for 5 to 6 pesos per piece. I mean, I can literally bag some stuff, but I'll only do it once a week, on my cheat day. I don't eat right there every day. Look, bakeries are cheap in the Philippines. Empanadas. They're not Mexican empanadas, but they're exactly the same as far as what's inside of them. They're the same damn thing. It's a Filipino empanada. But basically, there's Filipino egg rolls that I cheat with. They're called lumpia, and it's an egg roll. Yeah. My
girlfriend makes those. My girlfriend makes those.
Yeah, I don't eat them all the time because I'd be 100 pounds heavier. But I'm just telling you some cheap foods that you can get into. And the eatery, it's cheap, but of course there's going to be rice there. Even bread has gone up in price. The bakeries, you can usually get in there 5, 6 pesos per piece. Get a whole bag.
Right.
Satisfy yourself for a couple days with a couple bags. But basically it's fresh, Okay, so $400 per month in food. And we know the cost of living's going up everywhere in the world. But you're 250 pounds, so it's a necessity. So we're going to move on. 400 rent, that includes all your utilities. 400 food, not really eating out. So your Wi-Fi's included. Could use an upgrade there. Let's talk about your cell phone. You're using a SIM card, and you're probably going month to month.
When I got here, my United States cell phone quit working. I got a message from T-Mobile saying, hey, your cell phone service is not working in the Philippines. I got a new cell phone for 29,000 pesos, man. And then I put 3,000 pesos on this thing called a load. Well, the load only lasted for 2 days, so I got a $530 cell phone. Only works for 2 days. So then I go back to the mall. You gotta be careful which load you get. I got a smart card. I mean a smartphone.
Smart's a little bit better.
Yeah, I had to register with the government, but there's the problem. Every time my load runs out, I go in to get a load. There's different kind of loads. There's loads for the internet. There's loads for YouTube. There's loads for TikTok. All the different loads. So I don't know what load to get. I'm paying 5,000 pesos. My phone don't work, so I just trashed it. And I'm using my American phone. I upgraded it to what's called Global International. And I pay $250 a month to be able to talk in the Philippines.
You're going to have to get your girlfriend to help you with Smart. They have what's called preload. And what do I pay? I pay 100 pesos for unlimited text for just the month. 30 days. And that's cheap. 200 pesos. Oh, 100 pesos. That's $2. You got to find yourself a Wi-Fi source that you can run your TikTok off of the Wi-Fi instead of running it off your SIM card. You know what I'm saying? Do all your TikTok but anyway, you're going to have to do the Wi-Fi upgrade. You're coming in high on your phone. That's 250 US per month, right?
This is my story.
When I moved to the Philippines, I had the same struggles as you. I couldn't figure out how to get the Filipino price for my texts and calls. Okay, so 250 per month on the phone. But I'm telling guys here in this video that you can, if you just call in and text, and you should be able to keep it $4 to $6 per month. And ask your girlfriend. She'll help you with that. You'll get through the cell phone difficulty. Okay, we're gonna move on to transportation. How far is it to the gym?
Okay, so that's been enough. That's the one thing I wanted to cover. So I started using this thing called Grab. You put it's the app on your phone. So that's why when my phone was running out of load, I'd have a problem because I needed to get a Grab. So to answer your question, my transportation, and I'm just being honest with you, my transportation has been anywhere between $400 and $500 a month because I'm taking taxis and Grabs. I don't understand the transportation system. I don't know about you. I tried to do this thing called a jitney. I'm 6'3". You met me. I'm a big dude. I'm trying to get in the jitney. I don't fit. And when I squeeze in there, I can't get out. Then they got this thing called a tricycle. So the guy with a motorcycle, the little thing you squeeze in, I couldn't get out once they squeezed me in. I couldn't get out. They had to help me to get out of the thing. To answer your question, the gym's really far, man. Like to get to the gym, I was taking a Grab, and it was costing me like 100 pesos, 125 pesos there.
That's the right price, and you still have to look at that price, 120, 150, that's $3. You got to compare that to what a taxi would cost you back in your home country. And that taxi ride could be as much as $20 probably, maybe 10 at the minimum, right?
No, I had two cars in the US.
You said 10 $10 per month, or was it 20 for all your taxis? Approximately how much per month?
20,000 pesos, my friend.
Okay. So that's $400. How much do you think it's costing you to maintain two cars in the US per month? Are you making payments? Do you own them outright? Just paying insurance?
I was making payments. With the insurance. It's a lot more. You're right. Yeah.
If you do the comparison, I mean, we're just using the word transportation. We're not using, the word ownership or anything like that. But getting from point A to point B for a month compared to your home country, maybe one-fourth the cost.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with you. My argument is these other YouTubers, I'm not going to say their names. You're going to live like a king, dude. You can eat every day. You can take taxis everywhere.
Look at how you do this, because I'm trying to keep it real. We're doing the actual real numbers here, brother. And let's face it, there's costs, and we'll talk about your movies at the end here, but your numbers are not outrageous, and they're doable. Let's talk about one more thing, and you don't even have to tell me if you don't want to. Tell me what your budget is for your Filipina. And are you buying her any clothes, like t-shirts, shorts, or giving her a little bit of spending money? And I know it's, after what you just told me, it's not easy to give her an allowance, but I'm just trying to fit that in to the monthly budget, because I know you anticipated that and you planned for it, but how it's actually turning out, and you don't, like I said, if you don't want to talk about it, it's not a big deal. Some guys don't do it.
Well, no, I don't mind talking about it, because you and I had talked about it off camera before. I've talked to you many different times, but I've been fortunate because my girlfriend actually works. And I told her my situation. I said, I was just honest with her. I said, hey, look here, I'm an expat over here, but I'm rich and I'm barely making it. I just need a friend, to help me out. And she go, oh, it's no problem. I'll help you out. You're new to my country. She's got her own money. She comes over here. Now, I will tell you what, she does go do the shopping for me, because I find that when I send her, it doesn't go over to 5,000 pesos. So she does the shopping for me. She cooks and cleans and everything. And we just do it like that. So maybe I'll give her some food when she goes shopping, or I'll let her have the change from whatever it is, you know what I mean? If she keeps it within the budget, but I don't really pay her anything.
I'm glad it's working out for you in that department. Let me ask you this. Do you have a swimming pool or any type of fitness room at your condo complex?
Yeah, yeah. In our condo, we got a big ass swimming pool. We got a basketball court, man. We got a soccer field. We got a gym. So I'm not complaining. I'm just sharing with you. I listen to these YouTubers, not you, telling me I can live like a king for $500 a month and everything included. I was thinking I was going to be a big baller because I want to be transparent with you. My discretionary cash is 1,500 a month. Like I still got bills in America that I'm a former business owner like you. And I got stuff I got to pay off.
We're going to talk about water and sewer just a little bit because you told me in the beginning of the video that you were a little frustrated for the first couple months that you were here. And it was mostly because they wanted checks and they wanted 6 months worth of checks in order for you to get into your condo unit.
Right.
I call it predated checks because you're writing checks in advance. You're presenting them to the property management company or the owner of the unit. But
Right.
the bottom line is it's very, very common in Manila and most of the Philippines when it comes to expats to get what's called predated checks. And they usually want a minimum of 6 checks. And I wish I would have told you about that before you even arrived here in the Philippines. I do have a couple videos about it in my rental video series. You told me that you were having problems because you had to get your ACR. Is it your ACR card up to the...
But just to correct you, you did have videos explaining about the 6 months check. You got a lot of videos about that, and I don't have an issue with you. What I'm saying is, to get the 6 months checks, you got to have a bank account. So when I went to 5 different banks, I was like, hey, I want to open a bank account so I can do 6 months check. Okay, do you have an ACR? I'm like, what's that? Oh, it's your alien certification registration. I was like, how do I get that? Oh, you got to go to immigration. So then I had to go to immigration, man. I had to pay the exorbitant fee to do all that, and then I had to come back. So that's what I'm trying to say. The actual ACR was 2,000, but expedited you had to pay 1,000 because you pay the 2,000 and then you come back in a week, which I got transportation costs. So I was like, no, what can I do to get it today? Oh, for an extra 1,000, we'll do it today.
Yeah, they have what's called an express lane. Let's get on to the water and sewer. When you were looking at condos before you found the right condo, did you find it an issue with poor water as far as water flow or...
Yeah, I got in my condo, and you know how you go to take a shower, you go to use the sink, you open the faucet up, it's just dribbling out. You're like, what the heck? And then you're in the shower, it's just dribbling out. Or either the water's cold, it's not hot, and you're like, hey, where's the hot water? Oh, leave it on, my friend, and the hot water will come out. Well, I already been in the shower an hour, ain't no hot water coming out. Oh, you gotta wait till early in the morning, my friend, because if you're doing that, all the hot water's gone. Oh, why didn't you tell me that in the beginning?
I wouldn't expect hot water unless you're in a 5-star hotel. Hot water hot water heaters, they're a big luxury in the Philippines. And it's usually it's so hot in the Philippines that you really don't want hot water coming down on you. You want like a cooler room temperature with water flashing on you. But don't get used to hot water. Just be happy you have water coming out of your spigots.
But here's the problem: when you use the toilet, you got to get this bucket with like a scooper thing to flush it because you flush the handle. The pressure's not enough to remove the waste.
Get used to that too. Uh, I'm sorry to bear bad news there, but you should be happy is that the waste goes down and that you don't get a lot of odor because the septic tanks and the sewer systems and the water systems, they can be below par in the Philippines. Now, I'm not going to get into that whole topic, but you do want to move on if for some reason you have a problem with those two major infrastructure. Now, one way to get out of the predated checks, and we talked about this earlier, is don't feel uncomfortable about putting the predated checks down to get your unit. But if you find out that your nice unit doesn't have water or doesn't have very good water, just a drip, of course, confront your property manager or the owner of the unit and say, hey, I'm paying Expat foreign their rates here. I need water. And if they can't solve the problem within a couple of days, then you have to go to the bank and do a stop payment on the checks, and you have to tell them why. Tell them what you're paying. Tell them it included water, and that you have to move to another unit. It sounds like you didn't really have that problem with water and sewer. It was more just they required the checking account. But the way you solved the checking account was by having your Filipino girlfriend? Is that how you ultimately solved the problem or not? Explain how.
It's called bank to bank. She just goes, she just does a bank transfer to the property management, but they didn't require her to have checks. That's all I'm saying. They didn't require a Filipino to have checks. Only me.
Okay. I just want to get that out in the open so that guys know what to expect. I just explained if you need to get out, there's ways to get out. And what people don't realize is the landlord's not going to go file a case because it costs like $300 to file a case in the courtroom. It's not cheap, okay? So for them to do that, they have to be sure that they're going to win the case. They got to be sure that they're going to even be able to get you into the courtroom first off.